Okay. Yuppers? Should be good. Thank you, thank you. Right on through. Get through these weeds. To the outer part. Oh. There we go. What a great birthday, guys. What'd you see? Uh-huh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. The fish? Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna troll a jig head. If I can find a good jig head. That's a good question, guys. Good question. Let's look. Let me get this rod rigged and then we'll go take a look-see. See, it's pretty stable, isn't it? Feels stable and you feel comfortable? You're what? Oh.
I'm knocking my grandson in the head, though.
This is what we're looking for.
Find the little fish. There's a shit ton of minnows
Right there? Oh yeah, guys. I don't know. These have been killer in a lot of different places. In fact, I should have used one in the mountains. On the Tennessee River, I didn't even think about it. What a great lure for the Tennessee River. And what we're gonna do is actually basically just troll this. It's lightweight. See if I can get it unwrapped though. And we got an ant or something in here with us. What is up with my reel? Uh-oh. My Stratic, guys. Oh. Okay. I'm betting there's a bunch of dirt in here from the river, from the rain. We had a whole bunch of rain on the Tennessee. My guess is we've got a bunch of waters in here. Nope. It's further in. Let's set this cap down before we lose it. Okay. And we're gonna open our bail. Actually, we're gonna stick it back on first. Open our bail and take it off. And we're gonna put the reel down in the water. Try to spin it. I think it's got dirt. Going better. There we go. So we'll have to take that apart eventually. Not right this second. But that's definitely one of those we're gonna have to. We're gonna go catch my friend. you notice I was holding my paddle wrong? That's right. I know. It's okay though. Ow. Ow. Oh, that was a fish right there, guys. You see it? We spooked it. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the only way you can fish this lake, though, is really by kayak. I don't want to go all the way back up in here, though, and I'm going. It's the other thing with the kayak, it's harder to control yourself. I am looking forward to having a trolling motor with auto lock, because I think that'll help. We're just going to keep working. My guess is, though, this corner, being out on the road, may be fished quite frequently by passerbyers. Nice. You guys see that? That was gorgeous. Ooh, I could show you the Wandering Wandering Willie first prototype shirt. You guys want to see it? We'll stick that in the rod holder for a sec. Worst thing is a fish picks it up, right? Right. Oh, you can't see it because I got the bra. What you guys think? Now this is a prototype, so it's not the finished shirt. It's just a prototype, a lot like the logo, but it's slightly changed. The logo and the shirts you're getting are going to be slightly changed from this. Oh yeah, put you back in the bra. That's what my friend calls this, the bra. Willie's got his bra on. Yes, I do. Anything from my peeps, right? The Wanderers, yeah. I guess I think we're gonna try to get a little farther back into this corner so I can fish that back corner a little more. Just like this, nothing much. He's got horrendously long legs. I can't reach the pedals or the foot stoppers. I don't know how to move them. I don't really even need them. It's not like we're paddling heavy. We're hardly paddling. We're doing the opposite. Ooh, well that could be why too. So we got a couple cuts in our worm and we're hanging up. Can you see it? Weeds in those cuts, so might be swapping this worm out in just a minute. Just a nice slow retrieve. That's what I like with the culprits. They got that tail that's like a Mr. Twister. I just like that slow crawl, but sometimes skittering it across the surface. We're getting into some darker water now. Might even try the frog. Should we throw the frog? Let's throw the frog. Where's the frog? The frog's weird though. This frog is, I don't know. Man, I am really stoked on the frogs I used to buy. They don't sell them anymore. These new ones have weights and all sorts of stuff in them. I mean, look, they cast a long way. Problem is you can't leave it just kind of set. It'll start filling with water and start sinking because of that weight. Or every cast you have to empty it, which, it's not very good. That's a big frog too. work all the way back in here though. Let's see. So now I'm gonna make sure there's no water in it. He's empty, okay. But yeah, this thing will cast like a country mile. Yeah, how are we gonna get that back out of there though? I know, I see you guys, you're like, how are you gonna do that? That's over the weeds. You are 100% correct. So we're gonna work ourselves around here a little more while that's setting up. What do I mean setting up? Well, with top waters, you really want to cast it and let your rings all dissipate before you start fishing it, unless your action's super hot. You're just basically gonna, especially if you're looking for big bass, just a little pop. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna move you guys' bra over to the right. Oh, I think that was just me. We should hear a heck of an explosion if anything can eat that thing. Because that thing is huge. I'm gonna turn us. So maybe we're not going to the trees right here. Okay, I see bluegill in here. Now, I've caught bass in this lake. There's bass in here. I'm just not seeing any bass right here, right now. I don't know. They could be anywhere. This is good deep water. Problem too though with a kayak is we are making a lot of waves in here. This is non-moving water, which means those waves are carrying probably a good distance. But let's shoot another. Well, you know what? Over on this side, right there. Oh, look at that, guys. Just where you want to be, right on the bank. I'm gonna skitter on out. Like it's a frog skittering. Look at it skitter. You can't see it because you're on that right titty and not the left one. There we go. Should I call it a titty or a breast? Do you care? If you care, make a comment. Pectoral muscle? No. That's a pec, but now that didn't work. We're gonna shoot way down to that corner. Wow. This thing casts a country mile, I will tell you that. Oh, wow. Ah. Picked it up and dropped it. I'm pretty sure we had one. Pick up all that slack. I'm gonna just recast because I don't know what I got going on now. Get all that water out. Do that again. Yeah, see, I'm used to the worm where I'll leave it set. I gotta reteach myself to just pound that thing. Got him. Oh, popped loose. The double hook is hard to actually get them hooked up sometimes. I just didn't get hook penetration. But like I thought that spot would be good. Well, guess what? I'm gonna rotate here. I should just reel it in before I rotate, but I'm gonna rotate first. We're gonna shoot that back down in there again because I don't think he felt the hooks. I think he dropped it before I even got a hook in there. Man, I thought I was gonna get that fish. Wasn't quick enough. Was not quick enough. leave it set for a minute. Heard something. Sounded like fish. Man, I still can't believe it. Yeah, that's fishing though. I do miss fish here and there. Just got that doubled around that other rod too. Spin my front around there. It's much easier to fish if I spin that front. Keep hitting that same side. I stick in the rod, trying to keep the line out of the water. Way too fast, I know. But I'm hoping I keep hitting that same spot. You guys see that? I mean, like, I'm just dropping it on his little head. I'm slowing my retrieve way down, and we're blowing into spiders, which is, well, sucks. Especially if we pick up a bunch of spiders, that will not be enjoyable. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we have fished that frog through here. Right. Oh man, you guys see this? There's a fish right there. Spooked it. I don't know. Could have been anything, guys. Anything. We're gonna switch to our worm. Shoot our worm back there. It doesn't cast nearly as far, does it? And I'm pumping this one back in fast because, well, that's not where I wanted to end up. Oh man, another fish right there. Or something. I know, I got the boat out of position. I can't even see. Can't see my line. Got ants. That's what I got. I got ants all over me. Ooh. Keep feeling them climbing on me. Pretty much, I would say anything in this corner is probably a little spookered, but we'll see. Oh, dang it. Threw back that way, got a bite right away. I did not get the line open soon enough. See if he comes back though. If he didn't feel it, he'll come back. Stopping, give them a chance. Sometimes they'll pick it up. Reel a little, stop a little, reel a little, stop a little, and you'll get a good pickup. Make sure we got no grass. Oh, That looks good. After this, I've gotten a couple of bites on this worm, but I still think I'll go ahead and swap it over to a different worm. Probably cast through this whole area with a new worm. We got bass back here in this corner. What a great birthday, guys. I've had an awesome birthday. Gonna have ribs for dinner. Pineapple ribs. Or ribs cooked in pineapple juice. So now I'm gonna actually just flip myself around a little bit. Blowing us right there. I'll be on top of these fish pretty soon. Hello, little fish. Here we come. It is literally just blowing us back in this little hole. Now, we landed originally right here by that tree, by that bushy tree. With our first cast that we definitely got a hit on. So they were laying up in this darker corner, or they, swam over there. Yeah. Come on. There ain't nothing in here now. We spooked it, I'm sure. That's how that works. You get, a couple good shots, but that's it. Okay, so I'm not liking this worm. I'm actually not liking this hook. This is not my favorite worm hook. Last time I ran out of worm hooks, so I was like, oh, I got it. Yeah, which is okay, but it's not. We're gonna switch. So with these lighter rods, one of the reasons I don't like these is they're harder to get your hook set in. This style hook. You wanna see the difference? So here's an eagle claw, basically a true turn hook. I don't know how to explain it. It's not only a different shape. The biggest difference is you see the thickness of the wire that they used. That's your biggest difference. This hook's a lot easier for me to set. Ooh, poked myself. That happens. Part of fishing. Okay. Now we're going to take this, slide it in there. We're going to take this and put it back where it goes because that's not where it goes. And then we're going to try to find worms right here. These are the worms that I like. I'm going to dump that in there. You see this puppy right here, this gold? That gold and black is my favorite color. It works when other worms don't. It works when you cast it in the same area that you've casted other worms. I don't know. I don't know what's different. I have no clue. I'll be the first to tell you I got no clue. Also, these little red ones. I'm just going to pull one out. But in these farm ponds, I find these thinner, lighter worms to work better. The culprits sometimes are even a little too heavy for that. I don't know if you can see, but this red one, oh, that culprit's shot. So that culprit's a done deal. So we're switching to red. I do like these little red worms. There's not much to them. And you'll notice I'm fishing no weight. You could be like, oh, he's fishing no weight because it's weeds. I almost always fish my rubber worms no weights. Is that strange? That's the way I like to fish them. I like to use them as a surface bait, oddly enough. Because we're gonna lay that down as good as we can there. Grab our paddle. Try to get back out of here. Liking this paddle. I'm really not liking this paddle at all. I'm gonna move his rain catchers or whatever they're called. There's a bunch of little minnows there. Okay, so now I'm just gonna spin, flip my blade over because I'm gonna go the other way. Slow myself down a little bit. So we're facing the other way. We got our new worm, which means the fish have not seen it. Have they seen a worm? They certainly have. But they have not seen this worm, which means they're not expecting it, which increases our chances of a hookup if Willie casts good. But that cast was, well, it was one of my worst casts of the day. But I think we got it now. You might say, why is it not right there by the edge? Yes, I agree. I would like it by the edge, but I think this keeps slipping. Ooh, I don't know, but I gotta tuck my shirt down a little more. Oh yeah, I can't let all that sexiness out. Oh yeah. Oh, got it, okay. So there's the kickback. Oh, pick it up and drop it. 9 out of 10 times if it does that, it is not a bass. It's a bluegill. It's just tagged the end of it. And if you keep bringing it, he's just going to keep tagging it. So what I think we're going to do is reel this up, make another shot. Right down that same center spot. Just gonna start a slow retreat, a little bit of popping. Doesn't seem to need a whole lot of action today. Now if it stops, I stop popping. It's either gonna be in the weeds or it's gonna be a fish. And so when I stop, I'm literally just waiting for that fish to pick it up and move. If it doesn't move, I just start my popping over again. I'm definitely not as good fishing in a kayak, guys. Not gonna tell you any stories there. My kayak fishing is, well, not the best. I don't know why. I think I have a hard time keeping myself stable. You know, it's like you go here, you go there. Oh, lucky. We're going to try to back ourselves out a little bit. I don't know if all of those waves are from us, but we'll see. Oh, you know what, guys? Over here, I'm going to rotate us. There was something right there. Now, it may have been that bug. I don't really know. But I saw movement right here. The other side of that little one. So we're gonna go over top. Oh, I didn't cast far enough, guys. A little short on that one, a little short. Try not to throw all the way up in trees over there, because that's not too far. A lot of times these fish will hit it as soon as it hits the water, because there's a lot of small fish competition. Nothing there. Let's do one more up here. I don't know, this area just looks so good. There it is. Little tap. I'm thinking bluegill because, well, we didn't go anywhere again. Bass will pick it up and generally immediately start to swim off. but not always. Hoping you guys don't fall out of this mount, hit the water. Well, I cracked you guys the other day when we were camping in the mountains. I cracked the bejeebers out of you guys. Yeah, you guys are shattered. Backside of that case, the screen side, perfect. The backside, completely smashed. I'm 100% sure not waterproof. So if you guys go in the water, it's a done deal. Kept you out of the rain so far. Done pretty darn good, I think. Okay, so we're just going to cruise over this area. I can see down in the water. There's a lot. There's just a lot of vegetation in this lake. Really needs a machine in here to clean all this out and let it kind of start itself back over, because look at that, guys. Man, we're on the wrong side of this and we're drifting out. Shit. We're gonna be out there in a sec. There's a log right here. Maybe grab on though. Well, that would be nice. Stick the paddle in the bottom. Nope. That did not work. Damn it, we're here. That whole thing didn't work, guys. We are right up here. We're on top of the fish at this point. Oh yeah, that does suck, because we should not be on top of the water, on top of the fish. Not at all, but we'll try over here. Backside of that log, perfect. Came over top. It's a great way to pick fish up right there. Come over the top of one of those and boom. Shakalaka boom. Okay, there it goes. And it's taking it. You see it going off? That generally means a bass. I let it come tight and I set that hook. Oh man, that was fast. Okay, this is not, well, it is a bass. It's a hybrid. Let's see. This is a hybrid. So this is like sometimes called a sunshine bass. That's a red ear, but see, it's got the bass mouth. So it's like a warmouth cross. A warmouth cross. That's probably, I've got some nice bass in here, so I'm thinking that's probably just, I don't know, bycatch? I don't know. I don't really know. He shouldn't be here. I don't care that he's here. But I'm wondering if he's, if they're mixing themselves. I can do the same thing though. Right over the end this time. Might be able to pull another fish out. You just never know. I always double cast if I catch a fish. Because he sucked that puppy down. Now those will pick it up, run off with your worm, and you'll never hook them. Because, well, they're small fish. That's how it works. Okay, we're going to cast up here and then kind of come across this point, even though we spooked. No matter what was up here, bebopping around, we spooked it. Ooh! The jeevers out of it. Did he keep it? I don't think he kept it. He dropped it. Casting another bluegill. Yeah, bluegill mouths normally aren't large enough. They'll just grab your worm by the tail, but they can't actually eat your worm. I'm gonna drop it right down beside this log we're sitting on top of. I doubt it, but we've been pretty quiet, guys. Apparently not quiet enough, guys. You're gonna have to do better. Yeah, I am almost 100% certain there's a few carp in here. I don't know how many, but I do think there's some carp. I think the other thing we're doing is wasting time, right? Because we should cast that back right behind the boat. And we should put this in a rod holder at least. It's weedless, so I don't have to worry too much. Now we'll fish this corner, or point. I guess that would be called a point more than a corner. Oh, that didn't work. Now we're in weeds. We got a clump. Look at that. Well, you know, that would be a bass. That would be a bass. Hit it, smashed it, and dropped it. So we weren't paying attention. We were messing with that other rod. But that was smushed. So my guess is that's a decent bass. I don't know if it felt the hook. More than likely it did. I don't think it was our cast. Okay, it's getting too dark for glasses. Whew. Weeds again. I'd like to have seen that last fish. I know. Look at that. As soon as I hit the water, I am coated. That makes these lakes a little hard to fish. I'm not going to lie to you. It gets frustrating after a while. You're like, man. Oh, we're just going to pop along here. I'll throw one back on that side. That's a lot of shallow water over there. Good bass habitat and hard for anyone else to fish. We might have that stuck in the tree in a minute. That double hook on that frog. And we'll see. Dragging behind us, but it's up against that little tree that was laying down there. See? You guys see the bubbles there? Not sure. I think those are carp right there, but could be. Oh yeah, that definitely could be carp or turtle. You see the bubbles right here? We're gonna go see if we can't see what it is, maybe. Okay, with the polarized glasses on, I can't see anything. We got another line over there. Bubbles. Don't have enough light. Right here. Damn, I just can't see. Oh yeah, we're stuck. stuck on that log. I knew that was going to happen. I saw it running right down alongside that log. I thought, there's no way that's going to happen. They're chasing this little guy. There it is. See what we got going on here. Frog looks good. Okay. Oh, you guys see that boil? See, and I don't think that's bass right there. I have a feeling that's a carp. But carp fishing, you still fish. So we can't expect to get carp like this. But I sure would like to even see if there's carp in here at some point. It would be nice. Sorry guys. That's the problem with kayak fishing. I feel like you're never angled quite right. Anybody else have that same problem? It just feels like I'm always slightly angled. Ooh! I don't think I got it though. I don't think I got it freed in time. Nope, dropped it. I don't think that's a bass. Did not feel like a bass. What I'm gonna do is freaking stop us. Cause I can't stand that. We're just like going everywhere. I don't want to go right now. Let's try that again. Oh, not quite far enough up in there, but we'll see. Closer you land to the shoreline, the better. A lot of times if you land on the shoreline and pull it off of the shore, you'll get more bites. I'll reel that back up. Shoot all the way for the shoreline, almost. Not really, but getting closer. Now, you guys liking the bra view? Head view doesn't work with this, and the head view with the action cams, it's a narrow view. So I'm liking the chest mount better, but what do you guys think? Are you guys liking it better? I like it better all I want, right? Main thing is, that was a good one. We're in the grass though. I'm gonna guess it's coated just that quickly. Now, we were in there digging around earlier, so I really am not expecting there to be. Oh man. Whoa. Nope. Ah. Damn. See, when he hit it, I didn't get it released quick enough. Look, I don't like to set the hook as soon as they hit it. Some people do. I find a lot of short strikes in little lakes like this, so that's why I don't do that. But that was a good, solid bass hit. There he is again. Yep. Okay, so this time he's got it. He's not taking it. Oh, see him pop it, pop it, pop it. I'm guessing that's going to be a bluegill. Or a, yeah. It's going to be a bluegill or one of those warmouths again. Sunshine bass, warmouth, whatever we're going to call them. That's not going to be a largemouth. Might even just be a bluegill at that point. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to cast up under that tree. A little bit farther this way. I like to keep a bow in my line if possible when I fish from shore for that reason. Then you can do your drop back. See, there it goes, there it goes. These aren't bass though. See how they're just not taking it? Yeah. Man. I got good drag. Yeah, I didn't even pop the hook free. I don't know what we got going on there, but that ain't bass. That is not bass, guys. Not bass. Might be big bluegill. That was a perfect cast right there at the edge. So I'm going to lift my rod kind of high. So I got that nice little... Oh. Something just smashed up there right after we moved. So I might cast back in there and do a fast retrieve right up under that tree. Oh, right over the tree. Come on, buddy. Sometimes you can catch them over a tree limb. Oh yeah, I've done it before. Oh, so he hit it. I'm not thinking it's not a bass though. It didn't take it. Bass will pull him right out of the tree and start swimming off with them. Too far. All right, so that side's basically screwed. That's foobar, guys. Foobar. We're gonna come to this side. Oh, wow. Well, guys, that's a first. Well, not a first ever, but a first with this new Power Pro. I've been having that issue. See if we can get it peeled out. I always try to peel it, because if you don't peel it and get it unraveled yourself, a lot of times if you pull that tight, you'll never get it undone. Wow, come on, baby. I don't know what the heck we've got going on here, but this is woohoo seriousness. Okay, so we're gonna pull that through. Man, I don't know, guys. Let's see. See if we can pick this loose. Sometimes they'll pick right out. You're like, yay! Yeah, sometimes not so much. This time, I'm thinking we're gonna get it, guys. Look at that. Okay, so we had a loop basically on our spool. Big loop. Can you guys see how big this loop is? And so what happened is the loop wrapped back in on the other line, and then it all came out at one time. Happens a lot with wind knots, what we call wind knots. There's an easy way to fix it. I will show you what I'm going to do to fix that. I think this was actually from where I set that hook. You know, Jimmy Houston style, with that big old back set, and I think I got a bunch of loose line, and I started reeling. Ooh, there's a... Okay, so over to our right here, as soon as I get this back up. Right here. I'm thinking of bluegill because it came up right there, but there's no guarantee. Drifting towards it. Nothing. to stop us. We're going way too fast. Whoa, look at that, guys. That might have been a turtle. I didn't see it. This is a good shady spot right there. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a hit right away. I'm gonna bounce it kind of out of there. Slow my retrieve down. I do that to try to knock any weeds off from the initial landing, because these weeds are getting stuck on everything, guys. Look, even though I did that, we're still loaded with weeds. We wasn't coming back weed free because that hook is unbedded. Let's rebed that hook in there just like that. It's not a perfect hooking to the... You really want your worm as straight as possible. I mean, like, people rig them wacky, but you see this bend. You see how it's got that? I don't really like that arch. We're gonna redo this. I don't like when I get that arch. And the problem is right here. I'm too far back. So if I pull in here and come back through, okay, now I should be able to pin this worm. I don't know if you can see how much straighter that is. It doesn't have the crook. That crook will change the action without a doubt. Perfect underneath that branch. I like to bend back maybe a foot farther, but I can live with that. And a perfect spot because we got a bite. Bluegill. Tapped it twice, maybe 3 times, and then it drops it. Almost always is a, see, tap, 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 that's a bluegill. Now, if you know it's a bluegill, what I like to do is actually start teasing it, because you can definitely get a bass to steal it from a bluegill in a heartbeat. There he goes, tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Is he swimming with it? If he'll swim with it a little bit, then I'll tap, tap, tap it away from him. And sometimes the bass will pick it up at that point. He can swim with it. He tapped it and tasted it and swam off. Oh, I said I was going to show you how to fix that, didn't I? The knots? Okay. So, let's say you got some knots. Okay, you're getting knots during your day fishing Power Pro or mono. This happens with mono, but it doesn't knot as much as it just ends up messing your next cast up. Flip it out. Okay, so one thing I learned to do is close my bail manually, and I stick my finger out. That finger will tighten those first 2 or 3 loops as you go around, and then you can move your finger, and then you've got to be ready to bow to the bass. It's actually bow to the king, but I bow to the bass with worms. Felt him tap it. I'm thinking it's just a lot of bluegill. I've caught one nice bass out of here, a couple smaller bass. There's definitely bass in here, even though we haven't caught one today. That's how it sometimes goes, right? Right. I wouldn't mind maybe switching to top water at this point. I mean, it's a good top water lake. It's shallow. It's probably one of the best top water baits or lakes there is in all reality. No, not a frog. I mean real top water. I don't consider a frog top water. I consider a frog full weed bait. So it means you are fishing heavy weeds. You got no choice but to fish something like heavily weedless. Weedless. The problem is I think I lost it. Oh, I did. I lost it in the tree. The one I'm looking for. I'm looking for a clear one I had. And it wasn't even the right one I had. It was a Zara Spook Baby. Tiny. What I really want is a torpedo. A torpedo. Now I have a Oh, I don't. But this would work if I've got a rod heavy enough. This is a jitterbug. Runs on the surface. It's fun to watch. You guys want a jitterbug? Oh, yeah. Jitterbug. Dun, dun, dun. A jitterbug. We'll stick that back. We'll see what else we got in here. I don't have a lot in here. We're not using that honking thing. Oh, I got a couple of buzz bait, so we could buzz bait. But really, I'm thinking this time of night, let's just do it right. This thing's heavy. So we're going to take this worm. Well, actually, we're not. We're going to swap. You know why? Because here's the deal. I can throw this worm, which is weedless, out here on the bottom. No, literally. Just throw it on the bottom. Let the damn thing sit. Good chance you will catch a fish on that. This frog, probably not so much. But I've got a wreck today. We're going to rectify that situation right now. Now, anything that hits this, well, not anything. I mean, like 99.9% of the time on a jitterbug, you get a bite, you're hooking it. It's got a bunch of treble hooks in it. It does not take a whole lot to, set that hook. Guys, you see this? I mean, like, this is driving me nuts. Okay, this is light line for a jitterbug, by the way. I would, I'd recommend something a little heavier if I was gonna jitterbug fish, outfit-wise. 12 pound maybe. 15. Okay. So jitterbug's real easy to work, real easy to get snagged. So we're gonna cast it. Oh, make sure you don't end up. Now, you see how it's the slower you can jitterbug, the better. Now we can jitterbug after it actually gets dark. I know you didn't know that, did you? And it just literally works back and forth, back and forth. Now the best place to fish these is right down along, like going lengthwise with the weed lines. A great jitterbug weed line is actually on the other side. That's still flipped there. I don't know what that is. I think we're just going to roll right through this area and we'll see. See if anything hits it. It's right here behind us. I know all you can see right now is my arm. Okay. Just popped up. I thought, dang, I need to try to see what we can do. Look at that. Okay. And the farther you can cast a jitterbug, the better. I hear something. I hear a jitterbug. I hear that's reel. This reel's making noise. We got wet, nasty, and dirty up in the mountains. It's getting all splashed on. That is one thing I've realized I like about my longer rod holders. You just don't get that. Now, same thing. Look, if you cover your jitterbug in weeds and just keep fishing, I wouldn't expect to catch anything. Fish juice do not like anything that has weeds on it. I don't understand it. I think they eat a lot of weeds, but there is something about the weeds they don't like. And if you notice, my hook's got some rust on them. Oh, man. Wrapped a rod tip or something. Oh, no, look. Wrapped an actual guide. That happens sometimes. Yeah. It's not my first time wrapping a guide. I don't really know what causes that. I think not loading it enough as you come back and release it. I don't really know, though. If you know, let us know, because Willie don't know. Willie likes to know. Oh, Willie's always interested in finding out new stuff. Learning new stuff. Ooh, look at it go. I love a jitterbug, though. I'm not going to lie to you. They look so good. That fish just came up over here. Oh, wow. And you notice I'm not fishing this at the edges. I mean, we've got to be twisted or something because it's rolling. When it does that, you're normally wrapped around your hooks. And just pop that thing back in as fast as you can. See how it's flipped over? And yeah, we're not going to get any fish like that. We're not going to get any bites like that. So I just reel it back in, clean it off, and try again. But in heavily weeded lakes, it does make this a lot of work to fish. I mean, you know, heavily weeded lakes are just a lot of work to fish no matter what. No matter what, guys. Okay. Don't think I can hit that, but let's see. Look at that, guys. That was a pretty good one. Now, if something does come smash that, it'll be... Look, it's impressive. It's impressive to see a jitterbug go down. I think our best bet's to go to this other side and try to fish it, but the problem is going to be the weeds. This is a frickin' every cast. This is a every cast you got to clean it lake. That's what we call this. Okay, so we're gonna maybe, I think what we're actually gonna do is rotate in a big circle. So we're disturbing the water over there less. I've already got weeds on this worm. I already see them going. They're weedy. They're weedy. Now, fish will hook themselves on these rubber worms. No lie. You just, yeah, I mean, I've thrown them on the bottom before and left them in a rod holder. Or laid them on the bank, which is the same thing as putting them in a rod holder. Left the bail open, come back, and lo and behold, there's a fish. I don't like that rod holder right there. Wish they gave you some other place to put it, but you can scoot it forward. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my feet out a little further, right? Ooh, there was something right back there in that hole. I definitely saw it. We cannot cast a jitterbug back there. I already know I can't. But I don't know if I can hit that from here. You have to be pretty close. So we're gonna throw up here. I thought we were gonna end up on it, but we stopped short. That was a pretty good one. We'll reel the worm up here in a minute and cast it up in that hole, because, man, I'd like to put it up in that hole. Okay. Perfect. Right on the edge of the weeds. If you can start to figure out your distance. I think that's kind of hard in a kayak because you're constantly moving. So I think it makes you a better fisherman all together. It's not an easy way to fish. Now see, this whole section here is deep grass and fish swimming above and below the grass. Okay. Now we're just gonna cast up in this hole if we can. See, there's movement. Not quite in there. I wanted to be way up in there. Problem is we're gonna be up on top of that in a second, which is not where we want to be. Okay, let's make another cast. That's pretty good right there. Okay, so here's another little trick. We know there's a fish back here. We're literally going to throw that rod, set it down. I'm going to try to stationary myself a little more. Okay. I'm going to grab our jitterbug. Still fish popping. We're going to jitterbug all the way back. Pretty much a straight line thing, but it is deadly. The slower you go, I'm probably not even going slow enough. What I think I'll do is give you guys a good show. Okay, leave that set. Go back to our worm. No, I did. I casted that out. I'm just leaving that set. Got him. Oh, damn. Well, hook's not free. So we had to be up behind a log or something. We'd have busted that hook free. That was a fish. We're either stuck on something or a fish stuck on something. I give it a minute. If it doesn't take off, then I start to reel again. Okay, that's not doing nothing, so we're gonna do that right there. Same thing, just set it down, swap over, pick our jitterbug up. This means you're gonna go over to that right titty. You're on my right titty, yeah? Don't suck it too hard. Now we're what I call, we got weeds. Our jitterbug is, and backwards. Jitterbug is weedy and backwards. Okay. Oh, that's a good one, guys. It really just makes a horrendous wake. I mean, a lot like a buzzbait. They should come up and just smash that thing. We're not getting any smashes, are we? I'm not liking that so much. I really was expecting this thing to get bombarded. I mean, these are sweet casts. Smash on there. Nope. Thought maybe, but normally if they're backwards you ain't gonna get a smash, but you know what? Hail Marys happen all the time. Man, that is just such a perfect cast. Just can't imagine a fish not wanting to suck that down. Look at it. Oh, that looks delicious. Delicious. looks really good. That just looks so sexy. I can't believe we're not just getting slammered. I'm serious. Totally slammered. Like, where's the slammer needed? Why are we not getting slammered? Where is that? Okay, I'm gonna back out of here a little. Oh, we're gonna get in that tree. Got it. Do you guys see all of that? See, that seems like bass to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's because we came through in the kayaks already. And it's a very small pond. These fish are having nothing to do with this. Oh. I don't know what that was. Weeds? Maybe. It opened at some point. I think it was right there. I think that was a fish right there. See, what happens is they grab it and they pinch down. And sometimes you can just like set that hook and get them, and sometimes you miss them. A lot of these fish are smaller, so it's harder to get them, but if you don't do a drop back, it's harder to hook them up. Out here, the weeds, I think, are only about down a foot. I mean, it's not like we got a lot of room, so if you're wondering why I'm not like fishing worms in deep water, there is no deep water here. No, none that I've found. In fact, see, it's already hung in the weeds. Oh, maybe not. A little bump. I'm thinking bluegill though. What I'm gonna do is just keep playing with it. There's something thumping it. Bluegill. Keeps tapping it. Tap. That's why I was thinking the little jig. I might switch to the little jig anyways. It might make it easier to hook some of these bass up. Let's see if I popped it there. Oh, still weedless. Okay. I'm gonna go back in this hole. That's a pretty good cast back into that hole there, right up under the tree. I don't know if you guys caught that. That was a good cast. I like good casts. What are you guys fishing for this time of year? What's your favorite species of fish to catch? Mine would be carp. That's why I'm interested in fishing this lake for carp. I know I'm not. Yeah, I know. You're like, okay, but you're not fishing for carp. No, I'm not. It's my birthday. I know there's bass in here. I just wanted to swing out here and catch a few, you know. Not keep any, just catch a few for my birthday. I mean, I wouldn't mind catching a lunker bass for my birthday. I'm not holding my breath, no. So the mountain trip, oh my gosh, guys. Up to the Smokies, and what do we catch? A hellbender. Yeah, I looked for a hellbender my whole childhood in Cincinnati. You know what a hellbender salamander is? It's North America's largest salamander. It was huge, filled a 5-gallon bucket at the bottom. 20 inches. Oh, just gorgeous creature. Gorgeous. Gorgeous animal. Boy, yeah, that drag racing is loud. That's what you're hearing. There's a drag strip like 2 blocks that way. Major drag strip. Look at that spot. I don't think I can even hit that spot, but that's a good bass spot. I mean, I'm in there, but not. I mean, like barely on the other side of the grass, which the problem is there's no real spot for the fish to get the worm. Okay, so now we're drifting over that area I was talking about, which is all kind of potholy. It's grass is almost at the surface. There's probably 3 inches of water here, and then you're into grass, but there's space under the grass. There's tunnels in it, and the fish just seem to work back and forth through this area. Now, see, that's a good clearing right here. Let's see if I can get the grass off this worm. Only place I can really see fish going through is right here. So that's like the entrance, oops, to the little tree dome, to the tree kingdom. But you see that I cast it, as soon as I did, the kayak put off a wake. And those vibrations in the water tell the fish there's something not so kosher. Okay, there's a turtle. Right there, you missed it. Right over here. I'm wondering if that's not what we're spooking on the surface. I haven't seen them. That doesn't mean it's not turtles. Oh, look. You guys see that cut in the worm? You know what I'm starting to think they have in here? Snakeheads or bowfin. Because I think that's the second worm that I've gotten cut up. Gotten back cut up, and only I can think up here. I mean, it could be some pickerel in here, but I don't think pickerel would turn down that. Jitterbug. So what I think we're gonna do is cast that up like that and leave it set. Snatch up our jitterbug again. Figure out why we're unraveling the wrong way on it. But we got to try to get under it so we can fish. And we're just going to jitterbug this area. It's shallow water. It's good heavy grass cover. And the jitterbug will definitely catch a bowfin or a snakehead, as far as being able to hook them and hold them without them cutting the line. Got those treble hooks. I think this is about straight down the grass line there. It's that far out. And I think we're sideways, are we? No. I think we're good. I am so hoping to hear a huge explosion, though. Well, that's a good cast right there. How's the view from my right titty? Should I call it a titty, a boobie, or a chest? My right chest? Why is it a guy as a chest? I don't know. I like boobies. I like the word boobie. Whoa. Something just scooted across the water right here. Probably a bass. I didn't see it. I'm trying to actually see it. So what we're gonna do now is clean this off. Well, yep. Okay. Just like that, nice and clean. Cast down to the other end of the pond. Set that rod down. Pick this one up. Nah, wasn't nothing there. I just popped it because it was laying on the grass, and I'm, well, sometimes crazy, wild, and unpredictable. Should I spin us? I'm not going to, but I am going to throw back behind us because that's where that fish went. I don't know what that fish was. See anything. I don't know what they're doing. Out there having some fun screaming. Okay, so what we're going to do now is fish this deeper water with the worm just kind of out behind us. Maybe not. We'll see. We're going to go back to fishing this thing. Hey, you can do this. So what I'm doing now, instead of doing the jitterbug fully, I'm just doing a little bit. Now you can do a little bit and sit. That's a way to drive big bass crazy. I do wish it was sunnier because then we could see fish. Oh, something on the surface way down there. Is that a turtle? I think that's a turtle, yeah. You can see it on the surface now. It's a definite turtle. Whoa, you hear it run across the bag there? Whoa, guys. That's a better bass. That's what topwater's all about. And that was sideways, so I just kept kind of messing with it and reeling it. That was definitely a sideways bait. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not even hooked, guys. We're just gonna flip him up here, see? Okay, so he hit it. We got to keep our feet free. So we're going to move our feet up. I'm going to open this bail. We're going to take a look at this guy here because he smashed that. Now, he didn't really fight, so he is still green. Pick him up and lip him before you go trying to get those hooks out because they will get you. If he flips, you will get those. See, this is smaller than the last one I caught. Nice little bass, though. Pretty colorations. Look how it disappears in that water almost immediately. Whee! Oh, our first one on topwater, guys. I know. Now, when this happens, especially with a light line, check. Oh, see that? Can you guys see? Right there, that bend, that's actually severed. That's got a good sever. Let's see how strong that is. So I'm gonna wrap it. See that? Yep. Okay, so you're gonna come in here, chop off a little of your line. This is why I always have a bag handy. I'll tell you what, if you don't do something with that line right away, it will be gone. So you can ball it up like this and stick it into your hack, just whatever you got to do to make sure it doesn't end up back in the water, guys. And that's going to end up in the water if I don't tuck it all the way in. There we go. Okay, same thing. I don't know what that noise is. There's something in the tree right there. Something just landed in that tree. We'll go down and check it out. I don't know what it was. I know there's a huge owl here. How? I saw it last time I was here. I love any animal. It doesn't matter what they are. Now, this is an awful light line for this. I think it's 8 pound. Yeah, I'm only fishing 8 pound. I always fish light line, it seems. Okay, we got to get under and over, and then we're stuck in there. And then we can get this over. We should be reset up. Oh, that was nice, guys. That was a beautiful bite. I hope it showed up on the camera for you guys, because that is what top water 100% is about. A beautiful fish. Do I still see it in the tree? I don't. Probably do, but you know what? This is perfect topwater time. I'm not going to get distracted. Not going to get distracted. We're going to make another cast over here. We're going to do the same type of retrieve. Where we're just barely moving it. What was that? Turtle? I'm thinking out to our left was a turtle. Okay. See if we can shoot it right on through there to that backwater. There we go. That's a good spot. That right there is why you fish topwater, though. That slam, that excitement of the slam is what it's all about. Man, they hit that surface and boom. You can just imagine them picking, a bird or a dragonfly or something up off the surface like that, right? Oh, okay. That's weird. Got stuck under something. Oh, there was another big roll right there. I'm gonna move you guys out to the side there. You can just see under my arm, right where I am now, was another big roll. There's some weeds right there. Now, I've caught one fish on this, so small pond, I let it go. It is very possible that it is going back and telling all the other fish, don't eat that, don't do it. I gotta pull this back a little bit, so we'll stop going forward. Some people fish them fast, some people fish them slow. Some people change their retrieve. There's a turtle right there on the surface. Man. Okay, so we hit the water and something else moved. I'm just gonna barely pop that for a second. You can do a real even retrieve. Sometimes that works. Oh, did you guys see that? That was right here. He missed it is what happened. He came after it, but he never even touched the bait. Now that happens with top water. Now, if that happens, then you can get right back out there. I'm gonna have to cast a little farther because we're on top of that fish. What I'm gonna do is try to draw him back away from us. Now I'm just gonna pop. I'd almost say even a little smaller bait here might work fabulously. Like a tiny jitterbug might be the ticket. See, this thing casts though, country mile. Got him. We got him that time. Tightening the drag a little bit. Oh, because I didn't get a good hook set is what I was just thinking. I felt that drag right at the beginning and that was it. So they are loving this jitterbug, guys. This seems to be the bait for this lake. I really think a smaller jitterbug though would be just like even kind of just popping it at this point. Well, because it's not right, I don't think. Oh, it is. I thought it was snagged up around itself. This is going to be hard and it's shallow, but I think that's our best spot. There's a log that goes all the way across that. Oh. Nope. Right away. I don't even know what time it is. 7, okay. I don't know, it's supposed to have ribs like 9 o'clock tonight when we get home. I just didn't want to be out here way past 9. I don't know. Oh, I'll lose track of time, guys. I'll be out here past dark. And the problem is when it gets, you know, when it's light for longer, then I tend to be really late because I think it's still early. And that, I mean, like, that's how it works, right? That's a good bank. So hopefully we get spun around here where you guys got a good view, because I think we might get a hit along that bank. think a jitterbug's kind of supposed to look like a frog. I think I'm in weeds. Feels like I'm pulling a bunch of weeds. Not a bunch. You got some on there. Now you can pop it. I could have popped it pretty hard to kind of free it up. I want to get way back in this corner even though it's super shallow. I just want to try. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Nope, I didn't. I thought it went over a tree branch somehow. Something on me and Ant. Oh, this should be explosive if we get something in here. Just very erratic. Nothing though. That one. Just giving us a little bit here, guys. Now, fish do have a harder time hitting that top water. A lot of times they will hit behind it. So you gotta kind of be prepared. And if you can wait till you feel that rod load a little, you'll miss less fish. I miss a lot of fish, that's why. Oh, man, that was high. I thought we were going right through the trees. So in this type of lake, I'm really casting wrong. I know, right here by us, right? So if you side cast, you're less likely to throw over those branches. See how that worked? We landed right at the edge. I wasn't worried I was overcasting. Worst thing is I'll have to drag myself to shore. But that was a good solid cast. See, this is the problem with fishing up close here though. See the weeds? The weeds. Now you can side cast either direction. So now I want to go under that tree. Oh man. Oh wow, that was good. So I casted back and I ended up behind that piece of wood. I didn't even see it till I casted, like directly behind. And my first little I started pulling and it shot it out to the right, which it doesn't get better than that, does it? It really doesn't. So I stopped that with my finger. I just stuck my cast finger back out and it'll grab that line. So if you get to the point you think you're where you need to be and you're like, oh man, I'm casting too far, I just stick my finger back out like this and it'll catch it and stop it generally. I'm gonna move that camera mount and see if I'm not liking this rod handle. I don't know, it's hurting my fingers where it ends up at. It's not got a good design to it, this individual handle. I think that's why I don't like them when they're front loads. When you slide the reel in the front and tighten it from the back, you end up with that fatter. Now that hit the ground, I started reeling. Sometimes I find leaving it set. Sometimes I find just reeling it. And you notice I'm overhand casting. I got no trees and I know I'm not gonna hit that far. I can't. I'd like to cast that far, but I've got the limit of the rod, reel, and the bait. That's what's going to limit your casting distance. It's not going to make a difference. You want to cast farther, get to a heavier bait, lighter line. Oh man, I'm losing my handle, guys. You see this? The handle's deteriorating. Oh, I have to get a new handle. The reel's still good. I'm gonna need to get a new handle, and I'll probably go with a better custom handle when I do that. Upgrades. Oh, guys. Okay, whatever that was. Yep, severed it. Now, we're going to go over here because it may spit it out. It'll float right back to the surface. Oh, we're hooked. There we go. I was going to say, we're hooked on the bottom, but we got our worm loose now. Reel our worm in and see how mangled it is. Weed covered. Look at this. Now that would be a bass. Now, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to go find a piece of timber. I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. It's going to go find a piece of timber, and it's going to knock that bait free. If it's not already free. It doesn't take them long. Man. I know, that sucks, doesn't it? That really kind of bites. That was our topwater adventure. Yeah. That's it. That was our topwater adventure. There he is. There he is right there, guys. We're going to go see. Yeah, he just came up right here. I guarantee you that's that fish. He's trying to spit that bait out, and he'll get it. He will. I've seen him knock up. They'll go find an underwater log. They'll do that jumping. He'll get it free. Don't sweat it. And we may even get it back. Wouldn't that be a birthday gift? Get it back and go catch another fish on it? Yeah, we might switch to a heavier leader. For sure. That is definitely that fish, though. Let's see. Oh, there's a turtle on that log, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to keep listening and watching. Now, if he goes to a log underneath and knocks it free, we're not going to know it, guys. They'll find it floating on the surface, or somebody will. It'll float up in these weeds. See. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but all of this is wood. There's a big tree laying in here where he came up. He came over here to try and knock on that tree and knock it loose. Looking to see if he hung it on the tree. A lot of times they will hang them on the tree and then pop themselves loose. They're not dumb. I know people are like, oh, no, they're not dumb. There he is. Oh, no, that's us. That's just from our paddle. It's like, dang, I think he just came up right there. Nope. There's that turtle. What I think we're going to do now that we're down to the worm, this is like an unfishable spot. Yeah, he's right there. I think that's another spoil right there. I think we're just going to stay down here. Poke around. Okay, so there's a whole tree laying across here. Yeah, that turtle was like, I'm out of here, dude. What we're going to do is probably try to rest up on top of it. somebody needs to get in here and clean all of this out. We're going to end up over top of this, which is a problem. It's not really what I want to do. I want to be over this wood, but I don't want to keep going in. I should have placed myself over here further. I wouldn't be going in right now. Hold on. I'm going to get myself in a better fishing spot for us. Let it rotate. It's almost out of the water right here. And I'm hoping that's enough to like let us kind of sit. Yep. We're gonna sit up on it. And that should hold us steady so we can fish this area a little better. Eventually we're going to have to get in there to fish more of this. I'm almost thinking I'm going to go in there right now. See another branch sitting right here. I think if we back ourselves off gently. And then reset ourselves up to go back where we were across the deep part of that log. This is probably our best spot for a chance at a trophy. Now doing this, remember snakes, so just keep that in mind. Start resting on these logs, there's a chance of snakes. It's a great cast, followed by, dang, I didn't like that, and we got another problem. We really don't want to keep going back here. We would like to fish this, which means finding somewhere we can maybe get ourselves kind of stuck on this thing, which is what I thought we were going to do. There's a piece right here that I might be able to stick myself on. That's good. Yep. Now I think we can stick this. Oh, that makes a lot of noise though. Which means there'll be no fish right here by us. We're gonna have to get back there a little farther. Oh, I got my rod stuck. Straighten that out. It's got a big bow in it. Oh. I think we're on log sticks. All sorts of debris down there. There won't be anything right here by us, I wouldn't think, because we've been making all that noise. What that was over there. gonna cast back behind us. I know you can't see it, but let's see if we can grab a fish out of there somewhere. Man. So hard to fish with all these weeds. Yeah, it really is. The topwater definitely was the best. I know. I'm bummed we don't have it either. I know. Why don't I carry two? Well, I don't know. I got a bunch of topwater stuff, but it's in a different case. I just got like a smorgasbord of stuff in this one. Kind of get me through anything. No matter what we run into, we can catch. We got the all-American bait cooler with us for carp, catfish, brim. Oh yeah, it's one you can carry all the stuff in your vehicle with you. We're gonna go all the way back in there in a minute. Throw all the way back at that weed edge, which I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea, bad idea, we'll see. Cross that bridge when we get there, which is right now, guys. Oh. Yeah, we're all wrapped up in this thing, and this is a problem. It's actually twisted. Round that end. Come here. There we go. Well, you may wonder, why am I not using the rod holders? Oh, don't get in there. There's a really good reason. Hold on, though. I gotta get it out of the bungee, which it's stuck in. Oh, man. Come on. Oh, got it. Jeez. One of the reasons I don't like it in these rod holders behind you is when you go to cast, it'll catch your other rod if you're not like really paying attention. See how it sticks out here? And so I'll go to cast, and well, that'll definitely cause me a little old issue. What the heck is that? Oh, that's the rest of that tree. That is a massive tree. This is deep water right here. Oh my gosh, guys. That's really deep water in here. I would not have thought that. 6, 7 foot. Okay, so let's work our way on back in here. I still don't like that angle. Watching for the owl. It is a horrendously big owl that's in here that I saw last time. It landed right by me last time. Oh, right by me. Yep, not 4 feet away from me. It flew by me trying to get my fish. Yes, it did. I had a bass. And I was trying to pick it up out of the water, and it grazed me. Well, it did a flyby. It didn't actually graze me. It didn't touch me. It didn't grab me. But yeah, I was like, oh, that is not good. So we're going to pop into this little clear spot and then let it drop. Hopefully it's not real weedy right there. That's normally where they'll pick it up. As soon as you come to a stop, if they're there and they're following it, they will snatch it up. Now the question is, look, these banks probably go like on the left side here, but you can't see. I'm gonna rotate. On this side, I can see the dirt. On this side, that's sticking out about 8 feet. there will definitely, that's the sort of place these fish are going to hide. And fishing that short of just like heavy line and dropping through the pad to the fish, if it's only a surface pad, is about the only thing you can do. I don't find it fun, so I don't do that. A lot of tournament fishermen do because they're really just, trying to catch fish. At that point, it's not as much about just the fun. I think this is another log we're rolling up to. Or rolling over. Yep. Sure looks like another tree to me. You'll notice every time I do this, I basically bring it back and I clean the weeds off, because if you don't... Oh, that's a bass. I thought that was maybe a bass. I don't know. We're going to try this little hole right here. Oh, I didn't get in deep enough. You got to I'm going to power this back there because that didn't work at all. That's better. So at least at the back side of that little hole. Gives us about 5 feet to fish. If there's a fish, a lot of times that's enough. Well, I think we've exhausted this hole. Wait till we get back out to this main part. Try not to get hung up on the way out, so we can just float right on out. Not the best rod for this worm. I think what I'm going to do is cut this worm free. Okay. Make myself a little loop. This is what I should have done. I should have used that hula popper on this, and I didn't. I'm not a hula popper. Jitterbug. I should have used it on that rod. It's got a heavier leader, much heavier. Okay, let's open this. And like I said, I think this is 8 pound. And it actually looks to me like that knot pulled. I don't know, bad knot, not a good knot, good knot, broke at the knot. I'm not quite sure. I think we're going to get better performance out of this worm. Let's see if we don't start catching some here. And I think I might go ahead and switch to that culprit. And it's definitely got a little more action. Trim that. See, this worm is shredded. You guys see this? I think there is something else hitting these. I don't really know, but I've never had worms really do this. Look at it. It looks like something's hitting it with teeth, though. And bass have teeth. I don't like that, though, guys. I've never had bass worms tore up like this. I mean, that's got some serious teeth. Seriously serious teeth. I just saw one of those worms somewhere. This one might work. It's a cute little brown one, curly tail. This will be like a Mr. Twister, just long. It's probably a Mr. Twister worm is probably what it is. But let's get out of this tree, because I don't see any reason to be in this tree at all. Doing this. Okay. Pop through. Layer hook. There you go. Pin. That's it right there. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now I'm not going to put either of those worms back in the bag because they're both bad. Oh, look at that cast. Look at that cast, guys. Much better. Oh. I don't think it's a fish. I think it's in something. Oh, that's a fish. Okay. Dropped it. Yeah. Or it's a bluegill. And I'll redo it again. Make that same cast. We're drifting back now. It was like as soon as it hit the water, he picked it up. I think maybe a bluegill, but there goes one again. Oh, see the line's going now. See how fast it's feeding? You guys see that? That's what you're looking for. Nope. Still nothing. Holy moly, I'm thinking that's either a really small bass or that may still be bluegill. Let's see. But 2 hits, 2 throws. We're going to go back up in that spot. I know there's a lot of bluegills right in here. Okay. So let's try this again. I'm going to go out a little deeper. Boom, boom, boom. Bluegill. There's definitely bass in here. Oh no, that's a bass. Oh, that's a bass, guys. Okay. That's a bass. Whoa, this might be a nicer bass, guys. Wow, did you see the way he hit you? Nah, about the same. He was like boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this worm's working good. They don't really like that red. They might not like the taste of it. It's an older worm. It's been quite heavily used. But this is a nicer bass. Oh, guys, yeah. It's a decent little bass. Barely hooked, guys. Oh, man, we're going to lose him. Probably. Nope, got him. Look at that. I mean, like, barely hooked. Even with all that feed time, guys. Barely got this little puppy right in the corner of the mouth. That's what I like about these thin true turns, though. See, I don't know if we'd have got any penetration with that other hook, especially with this light line. So that's 2 bass today. Now this is a bigger bass. It's getting a little bigger. Yeah. Makes me wonder how big that other one was, but I don't think it was that big. The one that stole our hula, it stole it. Totally stole it. I mean, like, I should be screaming, Judge, put him in jail. I've been robbed of my hula. I keep calling it a hula popper, don't I? Yeah, it's not a hula popper, jitterbug. The jitterbug can. Okay. Okay, we had something come up over there. That looks like a huge turtle. That is a massively big turtle right there, guys. I don't know if you can see its back out of the water. Oh, okay. So we may have just picked up another fish that quick. Either that or we are in the weeds. Oh, that's a fish. Yep, fish number 2. 3. Let's see what we got. Oh. This is a littler one. Wow, he swallowed it too. Let's see if we can get it back. Whoa. Yeah, sometimes out of these smaller ones can be really difficult, especially if they swallow it. Now, that is the one thing about giving them, the time, but I'll tell you what, I find that if I just give them the time, it works better for me. Okay. See if we can figure this out. This is always a little more difficult because we're going to have to get basically in here. So what we're going to do is just reach in here real quick, grab the worm so we can pull it up. And that fish swallowed it, guys. I just want the worm is what I'm trying to get, not the hook. Just the worm out of my way. I mean, like, that fish swallowed it all the way down. Okay. Now, what I've found is if you can get your hook exposed, this is the hard problem, though. We got to get the whole hook exposed. There we go. So I'm reaching in, I'm grabbing the worm, and I'm pulling it up the hook. Now, if I could get the top of this worm to slide over that hook, we would be in Flynn. In Lake Flynn. Because what I'm going to do is reach in here with my finger, try to put it over the hook end, slide my finger down till I can get the hook loose. But that's not working for me right this second. There we go. Get a hold of that hook. There it comes. These little hooks will normally pop right out too. That's a smaller bass, but that's a beautiful little bass. Okay, and that was what? As soon as it hit the water, boy, they were on it, weren't they? Okay, so I think that time of night they're really starting to feed. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start a little more fast action. Okay, I'm going to make the same cast right down here. My thought is down this corner is going to be a hot corner too. I've caught several fish, or gotten several bites down here, or caught several fish. I think I've caught several fish. That's the reality of it. Okay. I like it when they're back to back. Okay, so I didn't do a drop back on that one. Oh, man. See, there's a lot of fish at this end. I don't quite understand it, but find that line there. He is down under the boat. There we go. Man, look at this beauty. I see a fishtail. I'm interested to know what they're eating. Okay. I did say that, didn't I? I know I see a fishtail in here somewhere. Oh, no I don't. I see his fin. Got it. Yeah. It was his fin sticking through there. About the same, right? Cute little fish. Trying to make sure we don't get ourselves. Tearing our worm. Well, I put a lot of the worm, the tip of the worm through the hook. And that means when you start pulling, you'll tear the top of your worm. It's pretty normal. I knew it when I put it on there. It was a little deep, but you know what I thought? Well, you only fish once, right? Well, no. I fish a lot more than once, but you can never fish enough. I'm gonna bring it to the surface. I'm gonna let it drop for a second. Oh, there's one right there. Now, I'm interested to know if the other end of the lake is heating up like this end as far as the fish bite. You can see how our worm's starting to get, see how it's getting rounded? Yeah, it's never good. Never a good thing. Okay, there's a fish right there. I don't know what it is. We're literally going to put it right on top of his head. I'll let it drop. Oh, and he picked it up. There it goes. Either that or we're drifting back awful fast. Fish. It's got to be a school, like right here. This is some of the best bass fishing I've had in a while. Oh, look at that, guys. This is definitely a different fish. It's longer and skinnier. Oh, and he's released. Quick release, because we got another one on the surface right here. We are just going to stop that, pop that back in like that to make it all weedless, because if you don't, you'll never be happy with this. Flip it right there, basically on his head. I'm a little past about 4 foot, but I think we're okay. There he goes. Boom, boom. 2 taps. And starting to move off. Oh, I didn't get that one though. That one did not hook up. Okay, so we're now done with this worm though, unfortunately. So what we're gonna do is take this worm back off. Sometimes this will work. We're gonna rehook our head and try to go in new rubber, like right down the side of where we were. I always like it to be centered, but you know what? Once you damage your worm can't be centered. Pinch it right where you want to go through, and then I just grab the worm and I slide up just a little bit and I just stick a little bit of that hook point in. You don't need much, you don't want to exaggerate it, none of that stuff, because well, that's just going to cause you some issues. We're going to do this right here. They seem to be sitting right here. There's that turtle. The turtle's right there. He just popped down. You can see his swirls. Now I'm just going to start pulling towards me. Okay, tap, tap, tap. I don't think he took it though. I think he dropped it. Yeah, I'm thinking bluegill at this point. I think we're down to bluegill over here. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. I think that's bluegill right in here now. It's kind of what we're getting into. So we're going to go back to casting this bank, which has been one of the most productive banks for me. I've just not caught anything huge. I don't know. The one I caught last time I think was probably 3 pounds. 3.5, but nothing over, 5, 6 pounds. Catching fish left and right. Ten more minutes? What now? 10 minutes. I just want to fish right here to the dam. That's the only part I haven't fished. I just caught like 5 bass in a row. Down here? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll come in. Oh, yeah, totally. How did Landon like it? Yeah. How did Landon like it? Yeah. Yeah, I lost the bait. Well, been making a lot of noise now, so that might be it. Let's check this worm. Well, we got grass. Might have missed that on the last cast. Let's try another cast. There's a piece of wood right there. That's a good cast. Landed at the edge in the water. Oh, I thought I was going in that tree. And it's getting too dark to fish. Well, for me. As you get older, your eyes aren't quite as good. Oh, look, guys, that should be a bass. Yeah? I'd love to get some Mexican. Huh? Do you want to eat there? Yeah, I'm coming right in. Okay, one more cast. Over by that dam, because I haven't fished that dam yet. That's the only spot I haven't fished, right? Right. I gotta fish it. One last possible lunker. There he is. He picked it up, but he's not taking it. Oh yeah, he is. Ah, I wasn't tight. It was totally my fault, guys. Ah, we're gonna make one more cast because I don't know that he felt that. Totally my fault. If you don't get tight before you get to that yank, you'll never penetrate the hook is what happens. And a lot of times they'll come out of the water. As soon as they do, they spit it because, well, you didn't get any hook penetration. And it's all about getting that deep penetration. You want to penetrate as deeply as you can. So now I'm going to lift with the rod. And I'm really not going to reel too much. Oh, there he is. Wow. I think he dropped it again. It's either that or it's a bluegill. I think there's a lot of bluegill over there. I don't know that there's a ton of bass. I'm gonna do one more. Oh, I can't cast that. Do you guys see that worm? That would be what happened. It tore the worm out. As soon as it does that, it's a done deal. It probably is not gonna cast this time, but we're gonna try. And we're gonna try to hook that fish as soon as it picks it up. I'd do better to lower my rod tip for this maneuver. Now, because it's going to give me less line out that I have to pick up when I go to set that hook. Okay, we're going to change worms because now that stayed together. Okay, I thought maybe it came loose, but okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I know exactly what we're gonna do. Let's do this. We got one more. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna ever catch a fish. Take that off. Just figure that's trash. It is trash. It's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna put one more worm on and then we're going to dinner. But I just got to catch that one last bass because I think it's going to be massive. And I did say 10 more minutes. So we're going to take 5 minutes and we're going to get the hell out of here. Yeah, I'm that fast. I really am. I mean, short of actually hooking a fish that I can't get in. Now this is a different worm. That's a man. That's a man worm. No, not like M-A-N-N. Man baits. What I'm actually doing is feeding that line out. We're gonna come over here and fish this bait back in. So I think what I'll do is turn sideways. Ooh, we're gonna be stinky like the lake here in a minute. Are you gonna pull me up or should I swing around?
Oh, no, you got to get in the water.
I gotta get in the water. I was actually gonna turn sideways, but perfect.
Holy shit, you actually got
Oh.
out of it.
I gotta roll back. Got it.
Look at you go. Oh my God, it was tight.
Well, I would hope so. There's a whole lot of shirt missing too.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't caught, are you?
No, I'm wrapped around the tip.
Give me your pole.
Yeah, hold on.
You made a damn mess.
I did?
I mean,
Man, I caught a bunch of fish. I caught a bunch of bass. I mean, nothing huge, but 2 pounds probably max.
you got to get this grassy section though.